The Deccan Queen. It was India's first superfast train back when it started out in June 1930. Fast forward almost a century and it is still ferrying thousands every single day.
It is exactly 7:14 a.m., which means that at under 1 minute, the Deccan Queen behind me is going to leave Pune station here and will take 192 kilometers and 3 hours and 10 minutes to reach the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus in Mumbai. Me, on the other hand, I have Google Maps that is saying I will take 3 hours and 30 minutes for the same journey, and the new BMW X3 to make sure that I don't take 3 hours and 30 minutes for that journey. Let's see how it goes. Despite the slight head start from the train, our wheels are finally rolling now and we're trying to roll quickly out of the city. But these are no ordinary wheels because this is no ordinary BMW. And I say that because the X3 has always been slightly special. It was the genesis of the compact German luxury SUV, and it has always spoken a lot about the person that chooses to be driven in it, but even more if the person in question chooses to drive it themselves. I don't think I feel quite the same about this X3 though. Standing at a signal like I am at right now, if I would be standing outside, this would not look as sharp or as suave as it used to. The front of this looks a lot more like this, and the rear looks more like a wagon than an SUV. And I think it's just gone a bit soft overall. And you know what? It drives a bit soft too. Soft or not though, under the hood of this X3 is a 4-cylinder petrol engine. And to help an engine like this deliver superior performance, Castrol brings you the Edge SUV oil. This fully synthetic BS6 ready engine oil meets the specs of most premium OEMs. It claims 80% improved high-load performance and better acceleration. Speaking of acceleration though, this X3 makes 190 horsepower, and that's why it takes a full 8.5 seconds to sprint to 100. In real life conditions and especially in the city, it's actually fairly quick, like it's all right. And to be honest, you will still be faster than most of your hypothetical rivals out on the road, and it is faster than the average Indian car for sure. However, in the larger scheme of things, it's not that fast, because you know what else takes 8.5 seconds to 100? A Maserati Quattroporte from 1974. So yeah, it's not that fast. Thankfully though, it's not quite a bullet train that we're up against. Hauled by the WAP7, the Deccan Queen does have more horsepower than a Bugatti Veyron. It allows it to capably maintain 105 kilometers per hour top speed. And despite the stops, it has an average speed of 65 kilometers per hour. If you've checked your average speed after a quick highway run, you'll know that that's actually a pretty good number. In terms of outright top speed though, of course, this can go faster than 105. But I am governed by the 100 kilometers per hour speed limit on the Pune-Mumbai expressway. And in any case, if I go faster, you and I will have to put up with that. Yeah. You know what? This X3 is really starting to grow on me now. The ride, for example, is fantastic. It just goes through a bump and instantly settles down in a really sophisticated German manner instead of bouncing 2 or 3 times like some more affordable cars would. And then when you're in a car like this, you can think of yourself as someone in a train, not having to pull the chain and just keep going. The BMW X3 is a near 2-ton SUV, which means it has absolutely no right driving like the sports car it is driving like right now, especially in this pouring rain. It is remarkable, but not surprising. Because with the level of engineering that goes into these modern BMWs, it is genuinely not a surprise that they make these behemoths still feel like an absolute hoot to drive.
With the X3's ability to hold great average speeds, I was now 60 kilometers ahead of the train and looking strong for the win.
From the time of its departure, the Deccan Queen takes 3 hours and 10 minutes to reach CST in Mumbai and does that consistently with consistency. And don't get me wrong, I think of myself no less with the BMW X3, but there is one inconsistency to deal with, namely me. Because we've been on the road for about an hour and 46 minutes right now, and while I left with an empty bladder and a full stomach, as of right now, I am hungry and I need to use the restroom a little bit urgently. But nonsense, that is not how winning is done. We need to be consistent, we need to be on our goal, on our schedule, and we cannot stop for trivial things such as using the restroom and hunger. That's not how winning is done. That's how losing is done. And we're not losers, we're winners here. This train doesn't stop for nobody. Choo choo, one strawberry-licious shake, one McCrispy chicken burger with extra cheese.
Fried is complimentary you want?
Yes. And 4-piece chicken nuggets.
4 pieces of chicken again.
Yes.
That's it?
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no two ways of saying this, but the train is ahead. And this is no laughing matter, folks. Because when the X3 gets on song, and when I've had my full, there is a chance to overturn this deficit. Because when you pull this left pedal and engage boost, the 4-cylinder engine gives you all of the horses at one go, no matter how few. And it makes you think back to BMW's legacy of making award-winning petrol engines.
Train versus a car is never a conventional race. The mighty fast Deccan Queen will always have the upper hand. It cuts through everything, shortens distances, stops very little and for very little. But cars have to deal with all the real-world conditions.
Now, the real-world conditions that we have with us today might just be our joker card in the hand. And what I mean by that confusing statement is a hack, namely the Atal Setu hack. It's basically where engineers have coded one of India's finest bits of tarmac, stretched it over the sea so it's just you and your beautiful car steaming to your destination. Slightly jerky in the city, especially if the start-stop system is off. And there it is, the beautiful building that they call the CST, earlier called the Victoria Terminus. But the real question is, who is going to be victorious, me or the train? We've reached. I just have to take a U-turn and find a place to park, but we've reached. We're like a couple of minutes late, but is this the right platform? Yeah. I think we won, guys. We're like 2 minutes late, but there's no sign of the Deccan Queen. It must be running like a couple of minutes late, maybe like a technical snag or something, but we made it. In the eternal fight between a car and public transport, today in the shape of the BMW and the Deccan Queen, we won. The BMW has won. Granted, it's not a BMW that would really win or tug at my heartstrings, but it's comfortable and spacious and turns out faster than a train.